Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to the That's Some BS YouTube channel. For those that are new to this channel, what you would expect is what you've been seeing so far: movie review videos, TV show review videos, probably like story times with movies, and a bunch of other different stuff. It's gonna be a lot of different content on this channel. So, what I overall wanted to talk on was there's like a couple of videos I might record for this channel tonight, but there's like one that I really wanted to talk about was was the movie Sinister, was it a scary movie? Is it the scariest movie of all time? Now, I seen Sinister when it came out in theaters, and I can say that is the only movie that had me sweating bad. I blame it on the movie, and I blame it on the clothing that I was wearing. I had just bought me a jacket from a store that was because there was the movie theater, so it was just like big giant mall. You got a movie theater in there. There was a store that I had went to. I got this jacket. That was a dope jacket, but it was around like winter time, I think, when that movie came out. When did that movie come out? Because I know I didn't see that movie October. So it was like fall, like it was well, okay, so it wasn't winter, but it was still like cold outside. But anyways, so I got this jacket sitting in the theaters, and literally every scene was a jump scare. Every scene. And I'm like, bro, can y'all just chill on that real quick, okay? Just chill out. It ain't gotta be every scene, just chill out. I I have never jumped that much in a movie before. It got to the point where I was literally shaking because I didn't know when the next jump scare was going to happen. I remember this movie well now. Like it had took once when they started bringing up this discussion on whether Sinister is the scariest movie of all time, and then there's just all like scientists and people are saying like it is the scariest movie of all time. I remember how it was for me when I went. Now there was the one movie that I walked out on because I was like, I'm about sick and tired of these jump scares. Because after a while, you just kind of get tired of that stuff. I'm like, that jump scare movies don't really scare people. Yeah, the loud noise and all that stuff. Of course, like a loud set noise is going to scare you. That's just an instinct. That's what it's supposed to do. You know, if a loud noise goes off and you're just standing there, just straight face, just like, oh, well, look at that, a loud noise. Like, people are going to think that you're crazy. But the majority of people, when a loud noise goes off, you go up from behind the person and you clap your hands real loud, and they're like, oh, what was that? It was like a loud noise. And so it's the loud set noise that would scare a person. It's not like that they're fearing of loud noises. It's just, that's just an instinct with just the majority of people. So that's what that movie is. But it was literally like every second, every second of that whole movie. But there were some scenes in there where it was creepy. And I was like, dang, because I was watching that movie the other day. And that was a scene that I had forgot about. So that like demon thing that takes the kids, they showed the scene where that thing was just standing just straight up in the water. And when it slowly like looked up like that, I was like, well, you just gotta throw that whole pool away. I'm like, that pool is no longer swimmable. You can't swim in that pool no more. So yeah, that movie, but it was a good movie. I did, and I know people. If you watch Sinister 2, Sinister 2 kind of, I guess, like it. It's yeah, the people were if they were asking for it, it was a good movie. I wouldn't say it was up there with Sinister 1, but it was good. I did like the fact that they did. I don't think they made a Sinister 3. I don't remember seeing anything about that. Hold on. Why Sinister 3 never happened? Oh, so yeah, they wasn't gonna do it. Well, I don't know. Maybe because I know was let's see Sinister 2 Wikipedia future potential. Oh, they were gonna do a crossover with Insidious. Now Insidious was a scary movie too. Like when all those movies was coming out, like Insidious, Sinister, The Conjuring, all those movies when they were coming out, I was like, bro, what are they doing right now? What y'all? Why? Can we not do a comedy or something? Like, dang, y'all coming out with all these scary movies. But, anyways, but no, Sinister though, that movie, I guess because it did, like, it had me sweating really bad. So I would say that it was a scary movie. There was a one movie I walked out on, that was Drag Me to Hell. Because I got so sick and tired of, like, jump scare movies, man. I was. It wasn't movies that left you like naturally scared. A movie that had left me like, cause I had nightmares that about that movie. That movie traumatized me. It was that movie Signs. Now that movie to me is a scary movie. A movie that also it had like wow, like that is insane. Something like that would happen, and it was one of those like natural because it didn't really have like jump scares, but it was one of those like it was a horror movie. It was like no, that would be scary to be in this situation like that when you sit down and think like dang. But it was the one movie where I felt like it like would have like a natural scare to it was The Visit. That movie, so pretty much to explain to you guys that movie, so these two kids thought that they were visiting their grandparents. They thought, okay? You go watch that movie because that movie is crazy. But spoiler alert, turns out the grandparents wasn't. That was probably the creepiest part of that whole movie was when the mom said, "Let me see," because they was all like, grandma and grandpa, they acting weird and stuff, and so the mom was all like, because they were chatting with their mom like on like their computer and stuff, and so they was just like, "Oh, well, show me them, let me see what they're doing right now." And so the kids grab the computer and then they're holding it up at the window, and the two grandparents are outside just doing whatever. That the next thing that is said, that would have I would have just if y'all follow sports, if you guys know the football player Marshawn Lynch, that would have been me outside that house. I would have ran through everybody that was in front of me if they tried to prevent me from leaving that house. But the mom goes on to say, those aren't your grandparents. That at that point I was all like, "Oh, I'm committed because I would like to know what happens now because I know that there's more to the movie." You press play, you see that there's like 20 some minutes left. I'm like, okay, so this is where the crazy parts start happening. I'm like, this, it was already crazy enough. This is where the craziness really goes down. But yeah, it was, yeah, that movie. It was, I wouldn't say that it was scary like Sinister, but it was one of those movies where it was like, wow, like that was a scary movie. That was pretty crazy. I'm like, okay, so I won't fool around with that movie. I won't. Well, it was more so like, dang, I wouldn't want to be caught up in a situation like that. Not so much as I won't fool around with the movie and won't watch it again. I watched Sinister and The Visit numerous times, but The Visit, yeah, I just there needs to be movies out there where it leaves like a natural scare to you, not a jump scare. I know movies like The Exorcist. I know people was like they were throwing up in the movie theaters because of that movie and stuff. It was weird. I never did get scared of that movie. I watched The Exorcist and I was all like, I wasn't scared of that movie, but Signs, oh man, that movie took me out, especially when they were showing them kids' birthday party and that alien walked across that alleyway. Telling you, man, that like kid me was not having that. I was not having that at all. Now I can watch that movie and be like, dang, man, that's a good movie, Signs. But same with Sinister, same with The Visit. What are some other scary movies? Paranormal Activities was like, that first one was like, dang, that's crazy because they had you really believing in that it was based on a true story and stuff. But then when they came out with 4, 5, and 6, I was just like, okay, all of this happened, like this is all connected. I'm like, this don't seem right. But anyways, yeah, Paranormal Activities is good. What are some other scary movies? I can't really think of too many scary movies out there. But anyways, yeah, but there's some scary movies that'll do that for you. I just think Sinister, I don't know, because Sinister is one of those movies I could watch again. So if it's one of those movies I could watch again, I don't really see it as a scary movie. But maybe when you get that effect, I think that's what they should do is have it where the movie plays again in theaters, and then, for those that didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, I feel like it is a different effect versus when you watching it at home. When you watching it at home, you can have it at the volume or whatever you want. But when you're in the movie theaters, of course, they're gonna have it all extra loud for no reason. I'm like, man, turn that mess down so it won't be all loud and stuff. But anyways, no, it was a good movie though. I enjoyed Sinister. I thought it was pretty good. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about in the comment section. Did you think it was scary? Did you think it wasn't scary? Let me know and I'll talk to you guys later. It's been another video on the That's Some BS YouTube channel. Like, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and peace.